Good afternoon. Jay Bo here, founder of Living with Strength and Honor, the Warrior Rise Experience, and author of Challenge by Choice. Hey, if you've responded to the last video that I put out, I promised you a series of videos that would introduce some of the ideas that we work on inside Living with Strength and Honor and the Warrior Rise Experience to help you become a whole four-dimensional man. In the last video, I shared part of my story. My story is maybe similar to yours. I had a successful business, a beautiful wife, four great kids, varied ages, a nice home, a nice car. Everything looked great on the surface. I was in pretty good shape. I used to get compliments constantly on my body. But it was really a lie. Like it was really just the surface level that looked all good and fine and okay. The truth was more that I suffered with cash flow issues in my business and this up and down roller coaster of production that would go in and out and in and out and in and out. Like I could make it rain, but not all the time. In my relationship with my wife, I mean, we looked okay on the outside, but the truth is underneath, we weren't communicating. We weren't connecting. We weren't having great, amazing, on fire sex all the time like we had, before, like we used to have. We fought, and when we weren't fighting a lot of times is because we were just ignoring each other. I had lost communication with some of my kids. I wasn't connected to them in the way that I wanted to be at the deepest, most important level where I was their source and guide in life. I was more clear about what I didn't believe in terms of my spirituality than I was about what I actually believed in, which left me feeling empty. The truth is that I could make it happen and make it work here and there in bits and pieces and in one domain at a time, but I couldn't put it all together at once. And I struggled with the idea. I felt enormous shame and guilt because I thought, well, other people can do this, and why can't I? I found out that the truth is that a lot of us struggle with that idea. The antiquated lessons, stories, and axioms that we were told as men no longer apply today. Like there's been a tremendous shift in women, especially in the United States, of freedom and abundance and the opening up of possibilities and having power. And that's all tremendous. But we as men are still hanging on to the messages that were around the 50s, 60s, and 70s. We still think that if we bring home the bread and act as an ATM machine, it's all good. I've handled my responsibilities. Someone else should handle the rest. We subjugate the raising of our kids to coaches and teachers and other people and preachers, and we think it's okay to let our bodies go because we work so hard and I'm married, and what's the point? We're still hanging on to dogma in the religious sector from thousands of years ago without expanding our connection to the divine with new possibilities. If any of that sounds like you, if that touches a chord in you, then you're like almost all of the successful men that I know. See, it's just a big secret that everybody that's successful has it all together all the time. The secret is that it's full of shit. Now the pressures mount and mount and mount and mount, and what we do as men is we contract. We don't engage. And then we sedate. We'll sit and watch TV for hours at a time on weekends just to avoid like connecting with the people that we love around us. Maybe we like to smoke a little pot every now and then because that takes the edge off. Or we go out drinking with the buddies, and there's always some excuse. Anything to avoid that shame and guilt and upset that we feel because it's not all together, and we know deep in our heart that we yet somehow we know we're capable. We just don't know how. There's a frustration that comes from chasing down results and constantly fixing problems. Not being the creator and producer, but living at the effect of the events and circumstances in our life. Like I felt like a firefighter rather than a fire starter. And none of that was okay with me. So here's the thing that I found out. It is possible to have it all in every domain of your life all at the same time. And it's not some ethereal subject or some aloof idea. There is a tactical, practical method you can follow. Customize it your own way that can start creating results in all 4 areas of your life right away. In the next couple of videos that you're going to have access to, I'm going to explain to you what's called the core 4 areas, right? Body being balance in business. Body, you know what that's about, being like your spirituality. Balance being your family. And business bank account being like your finances and what you're learning and how you're producing. There is a way, my brother, to live all of that all at once and be the leader, be the creator, and be the source in your life and gain responsibility to deal with the obstacles and frustrations and upsets that occur. Hey, so stay tuned. I look forward to sharing this information with you. We'll be sending these out to you just every couple of days. There'll be some assignments behind them. I suggest that you do the work that we recommend. And then we'll have a special offer for you at the end of those if you want to continue to explore these ideas, incorporate them into your life, and get beyond just an introductory version of this information. Until then, have an amazing day and strength and honor